One of the goals of the podcast is to understand the business better. Tim Corrigan is the lead producer of ESPN's NBA coverage as a senior vice president for the network. His 17 finals are believed to be the most in league history. We wanted to learn more, so we invited Tim Corrigan as the guest on the main event. Tim, really appreciate your time.
Thanks, Andrew. Great to be here.
I got to just start. People who are just listening aren't going to be able to see the Notre Dame shirt, but you are a star lacrosse player at Notre Dame. I mean, is that your first love, lacrosse?
Yeah, you're being way too generous with the star lacrosse player at Notre Dame. So let's back that off for starters. But yeah, lacrosse has been a passion not only for me but my entire family. Our dad was a coach in college growing up before he went the administration route. So it's been a sport that we all love and we've all participated in, and then our kids and their kids and on and on. So it's really been something. That and basketball have always been really near and dear to everybody in the Corrigan family.
Before I get to my sponsor, why media when you graduated? What were you thinking in terms of career-wise?
You know what? It's funny. Pretty easy. It was either going to be coaching and probably coaching lacrosse or media. And when I got exposed to it, I really found the job of producer very similar to the job of coach. And then I realized, wait a minute. At that time in 1986, 87, I had finished school, went to Australia and played for a lacrosse team, and then came back and again was measuring those two things. And I realized in the industry, wait a minute, if I go the TV route, they're going to pay you to like travel around the country or maybe even around the world and cover these live events and do that versus the option of the coaching path at that stage, which I had a couple brothers who were in that at the time. And I decided on the production because I was really fascinated by all the parts of it and realized that was probably the best path for me. And it's worked out great, fortunately for them and for me. So it's all been good.
Yeah, it has worked out for sure. And that coaching route is hard. Before we go on, WSC Sports, that's who we're presented by. Asset management capabilities have been added into the platform out of the box for no extra cost for all clients, old and new. No longer do you need to juggle or pay for multiple tools to complete your content workflow. It all happens in one place. Go to WSC Sports and show notes. Click the link, yellow demo. Tell them Marchand sent you. So you come out of college. What's the big break?
You know what? During school, myself and a couple of my teammates at the time, ESPN, CBS, NBC, ABC would all come through Notre Dame doing football and basketball games. And at the time, our coach presented us opportunities to work pulling cables and doing things like that for the networks when they came in. Of course, none of us did it during the football games because those are too fun that you're not going to give up that weekend and that day to do that. But a bunch of us tried it during basketball, and you kind of get exposed to the camera guys, the technical side of it, the producer and director you ultimately meet. You might have to go get in a car and pick up James Brown and Bill Raftery, right, or whoever it might be at that time. And I think just getting that kind of look at it was interesting to me. And then so I went to Australia. I come back, and I got a call from someone at ESPN who said, "What are you doing?" And I was just kind of being a runner on television events and working construction at the time. And they're like, "Hey, would you want to come interview here for an opportunity with us?" And I did. And I took my first trip over to Connecticut, interviewed, took a job, and that was 38 years ago.
All right, so it worked out pretty well. Definitely the TV route probably better than the coaching route for you, even though I know it's a family. Your dad was an athletic director?
Yeah, he started out coaching and then got into administration when he realized with his 7 kids and wife. And at the time, when he finished coaching, he was the head lacrosse coach, the head soccer coach, the assistant basketball coach, and he worked in sports information at the same time. And he realized, you know what, this maybe not going to be the best path to raising these kids and doing all this. And so he moved on, but he's the man. Like we all lived by the book of Gene Corrigan because he was our guy. And really we all kind of follow like what he did. Not, we paid attention to how he acted. He wasn't a big do what I say. We just kind of followed his path and what he did. And it was an amazing path to follow.
Very good. After listening to the rest of the podcast, we're going to get into LeBron, Kobe, Mike Breen, the crews they've had, the crews they have now. AndrewMarchand.com, AndrewMarchand.com to listen to the whole podcast.